Welcome back, big blade fans. I believe we have some fans out there of large blades, so we're going to call this a review for the big blade fans. Let me introduce you to my little friend. Sorry, Al. But you can see why we got such a drum roll today. Look at that. The Maxace Sandstorm-K. A behemoth of a knife. Even a little larger than its friend, the Goliath 2. Check them out. A little taller in the blade, about as long, and they're both drop shutting. It's a crazy big knife, and it is a heavyweight, and it is from K110, better known as a high-end D2. It is a 10-inch overall knife with a 4.4 inch blade, we'll call it. A little over, I say 4 and 3/8. Its weight, let's get straight to the weight. Yes, well, it has a weight of 7.1 ounces. It has heft, for sure. Nicely sculpted G10. 3D machined handles. Wide open in the back, with 1, 2, 3, 4 standoffs. Giant thumb studs. A little bit of jimping there, kind of interestingly spaced apart. Nice thumb ramp right up in there. Got some jimping right up on that thumb ramp. And this isn't too bad if you decide to put your thumb out there. You get a little bit of grip. It's a big knife. It is a big freaking knife. And I like big knives. Handle 6.62 inches. Not terrible. 0.61. Blade thickness 4 millimeters, 4.1. And what I'd call a clip point Bowie-ish kind of blade with a bead blast on the grind and satin finish on the flats and a bead blast along the spine. Very gray looking blade. Also comes in all bead blast. Comes in a natural green, jade green G10 handle with either of the blade variants. Has a right hand only tip up carry, not particularly deep carry. It's a clip I've come to find on many of the Maxace knives in general. Higher end have titanium clips. This one being steel. Magnets definitely attracted. A handy dandy little gold tester there. I don't have any gold to test though. But it does great in differentiating between ferrous and non-ferrous metals on knives. To give you some perspective, let's look at the Sandstorm-K next to the Cold Steel AD15. What do you think? AD15 is looking kind of small, although I love the knife. And as I said earlier, the Goliath 2 by Maxace, previously reviewed, is right in there. Almost identical length. Almost identical, if not identical, blade length. The only thing we got, as I said earlier, is a taller blade, a little wider blade on the Sandstorm-K. So action, drop shutty, beautiful action, flies right out there, kind of swings right out there. We have weight relieving, probably be way over 7 ounces if we didn't have that weight relieving. See if we can get a little bit of light in there. There you go. Got some big slots on the show side. And got a slot or two up there near the top on the liner locking side. Speaking of that, it is a liner locking knife with hefty, thick steel liners for sure. Extremely stable knife. This is like a fixed blade knife when it's open. Truly is. What else can you say about a 10-inch knife, right? Well, you can say that it gives an inferiority complex to the Ontario Rat 1, just a little, and the Benchmade Freak. What do you think? I think it's a little bigger. Oh yeah. Not too many knives in that department, again, unless you're talking the humongous cold steel knives. Give it another quick run over. Run through, run over, whatever. There you see that bead blasting. Very flat. And an extremely sharp edge on this guy. How sharp? Well, it's paper time. Veritable laser. Absolutely. I think I did say, worst part about cutting paper is getting rid of the paper. I'm going to show you a knife while I'm getting rid of the paper. I'm not taking this guy apart. Other reviewers like to do that, and God, I respect them. But not yet at the point where I'm going to take it apart in front of the camera. I just found something very interesting here. That since this knife came in about a half hour ago, I did not see this. I believe we got a little twisty double lock, and indeed it is. Isn't that cool? So that's a feature missing from the Goliath 2. Nope, not there. Very cool. So, as if it wasn't strong enough already, with the way that it locks up. You can double lock it right there. Just turn that little guy. Now I'm not sure that's going to engage on its own if you don't want it to, and we could have a whole argument about that, but as far as I know it takes 2 fingers. You have to sort of grab it with your nails to turn it 90 degrees. We do have somewhat of a go forward position on this knife. That's kind of neat. Just got to watch that point. But yeah, you can get your thumb up there, you can get your finger there, and have a neat little go forward. So hey, what do you think? The Maxace Sandstorm-K. There is a Sandstorm that goes for about $400 out of M390, and it is even a bit larger, at least in appearance, than the Sandstorm-K. And I believe they named it the K because it is from K110, which I'm told is a superior form of D2 from Udelholm, which is kind of a Swedish Austrian company, I'm told, by my Austrian friend. So the steel is made in Austria at a plant there, and is in concert with a Swedish company, Udelholm. That's the extent of my knowledge on that. You could, of course, look it up and get an exact definition from Knife Steel Compositions, which is a great way to learn more about cutlery steels. It's a free app on Android and iTunes. I don't get paid for promoting it. I use it, and it's kind of a cool way to understand steels. Well, okay guys, I think that does it. Pretty much exhausts the review of the Maxace Sandstorm-K. Last look at that pivot there, kind of a neat tiered circular pivot. Same thing on this side, T8 in the middle. I've already given it a tiny bit of adjustment. Didn't take much to get it to do that. A beautiful, gigantic knife, and still well balanced, still going to be, I think, highly practical in field use. Probably not something you'd want to EDC around town, or maybe you would. I like large knives. You might find me carrying it around. So this is This Old Sword signing out, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care.